Mic check 1 2, check check. All right, everybody, welcome inside the Hyannis Youth Community Center in Barnstable. This is the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Plan number 1, go live. Wi-Fi said, no way, Jose. Plan number 2, tape delay. Phone, last check, had about 40 minutes of time that you could record on. That's gone down to 15 minutes. Don't know how that happened, but that's not an option. So plan number 3 is revised plan number 1. And by revised, I mean we're just going back to it. Barnstable versus Scituate. Barnstable's on the power play. They've gotten a 5-on-3 power play here. Scituate's cost themselves with some penalty problems here, and you're just going to be watching as the Red Raiders try and make them pay on this full 5-on-3. The Barnstable Red Raiders against the Scituate Sailors. Thanks for being with us for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Brian Fry is between the circles. He scores! That is a power play goal for the Barnstable Red Raiders, and Brian Fry scores to make it 1-0. Barnstable still has 1 power play to play with here as they score on this 5-on-3, a full 2 minutes. This will be passed. And peeling back, Chris Cordero, number 14. Cordero to the right point. And it's passed from there by Will Martone. Shot for Brian Fry off the boards. Grabbing this is Cordero. He'll give it to Fry. Slapper! That one just missed. Pumped deep by Martone. Cordero in the near corner. Chris Cordero puts it out in front. It goes on through for Dylan Huntington to give back to the midpoint for Fry. Now it's Martone. And a swing and a miss for Dylan Huntington. Huntington's going to make this recovery to pass to Cordero. Somebody's lost a stick out there. This is on from Martone near side. Martone passes Brian Fry right back to Martone. Will Martone will pass to Chris Cordero. Brian Fry, here comes the shot. Save is made. And we stay on here. Ty starting goaltenders in a minute. Martone with less than 10 to go in the period. We played the first 5 minutes. That shot is a save made. Now Thunder shot comes in from Fry, who's going to head off for a change. And they're going to replace him on this power play unit, which now it's actually back to even strength. Cordero's shot was glanced away. Shot comes in. Will Martone. Rebound chance just missing. And now whistle and a stoppage. Your starting goaltender for Scituate is Cole Coyne. He is a sophomore. Barnstable's starting goaltender is the 30 Nolan Soares. So Soares against Coyne. And Barnstable with the 1-0 goal from Brian Fry. Nice full attendance here at Hyannis Youth Community Center. The student section is active and loud. And this battle of South Shore versus Cape Cod. The Scituate sail was just an hour drive down Route 3 to get here. This will be sent in by Barnstable's Cooper O'Neill. And Scituate's going to work on the passing to get out the center. Near side carried up, shot on by Nick Spinella. The save made by Nolan Soares. Now it's Matt point shot. That one will go on net from Matt Belson. It's about the halfway point of the first speed already. The blind spot is the area in front of the Scituate net. This will set up, and that almost went past in front. Try to get the numbers cleared up before the game, but perhaps not. Now this could be a odd man for Barnstable. Got two players going to the net. The puck set to the stick of Joe Longio, but he wasn't able to do anything further with it. Slipping through center, Cam Swan, and sent into the Barnstable zone. Less than 7.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Chopped out in front. Played away. Now, running it in the slot was Dan McGillicuddy, but he couldn't get it for Scituate. McGillicuddy now with the puck in the neutral zone. He'll send it into the Barnstable end again. Played away from pressure by Ryan O'Malley for Barnstable. The Red Raiders wearing the home jerseys. Those are the red pants and white with red throughout. Now this hit has taken place in a blind spot from up here, but I think we're getting a penalty. Another one on Scituate. Cross-checking call on Dan McGillicuddy. And the Barnstable Red Raiders are going to go back on the power play. I'm looking at the stream so far. It looks pretty good. That's good. Oh, they're putting the face-off in the Barnstable zone, but this is the Barnstable team on the power play. Barnstable in the Section 1 South is 7-3-2. They are in good shape as they gear up for another potential playoff run. In the Section 2 South, Scituate is 8-4-1. So they are on their way as well. Both teams with championship pedigree. Most recent one for Scituate coming in 2007, the year before the Division 3A began. They were the champions, and they made it back to the championship game in 2017. This will be gotten out the center. Sam Howell on the near side of Barnstable. He's turning. Good skate work there. Now will be taken by Chris Cordero. Cordero's got a man right on him behind the net. Score, it's free. Brian Fry will get to this. And Fry, far half wall, waits. The draw in happens. It's point to point now. Top of the near circle shot. That one was blocked, taken by Will Cogswell. And Scituate forces it out of their zone. Cordero caught some friendly fire, and then it was shot out of play by Sam Howell. 5:58 to go in the first period, and Barnstable's power play went. Oh no, actually, there was no power play there. Put that as 4-on-4. Four-on-4 is what, or actually is even, penalties evened out, so actually it's 5-on-5. Got that looked. Here comes a shot, and that one misses from Cam Swan. Swan sends it back in from neutral. Pressure here from Scituate. Loose puck. Barnstable's going to figure it out to get it to center. 2 men in, but taken off of the stick of Dylan Huntington from Cam Swan. Now pressure from Barnstable, sent out in front of the net by Joe Longiel. In the vicinity was Dylan Huntington. And it's going to be a shot from the point. And the save is made. That shot taken by Cooper O'Neill. Save made by Cole Coyne, the Scituate goaltender. Now let's move the other way. And there's a man going right to the net. But the shot from the wing by Dylan McDonald, and that one missed. And this man who was at the front of the net just a moment ago, Nick Spinella, he's in. He scores! What a shot from Nick Spinella! This game's tied at 1. Heck of a wrist shot from Nick Spinella. And this game tied with 4:42 remaining in the first. One assist on that was to Henry Weichert. So late stages of the first, we're tied at 1. Chris Cordero enters, and he'll shoot. The save is made by Coyne. Scituate doesn't clear. Advanced and passed through the left circle, and now in front. Will Cogswell started on that with the dish puck in front. Neutral by Will Martone. And Barnstable had to start back from their own zone, and puck knocked off the stick of Dylan Huntington, and here's Scituate. The shot from somewhat of an angle there by Dylan McDonald, and Nolan Soares comes up with it. .331 remaining in the first. Barnstable with the defensive zone face-off win, and it's going to be Martone getting it through center. Martone crosses the Scituate blue line. Snapper going for the top right corner and didn't miss by much. Good shot there from Martone. Shoveled on goal, actually, from Ryan O'Malley. Thought that was going to go wide, did not. It was an easy save made for Cole Coyne. Scituate goes back to offense. Is this man going to get the shot off? No. That was burn number 21, Gerard Burke. And as I look at that, a whistle and a stoppage and a penalty against Scituate. Penalized player is Aiden Reedy. This is now a power play for Barnstable. This will be their second. Reedy to the box for 2. With 2:35 remaining in the first period. And Scituate starts off the penalty kill well with a clear down the ice.
Sailors penalty with 12:25 to number 2, Dan Gillicuddy, 2 minutes for interference.
Through center, crossing the offensive blue line, this is Chris Cordero. Stops behind the Scituate net. On the backhand, now passes on the forehand. And it's worked out for Brian Fry, given back from where it came to Dylan Huntington. Fry to the near side, Will Martone, he'll pass. And that's Chris Cordero trying to redirect that a little bit. Couldn't. Barnstable holds on here. Huntington wiggles through, passes. This is going to go perfectly for the absolute blowtorch from Will Martone. And the good save made there getting across was Cole Coyne. That was not supposed to go to Martone, but he was ready for it like it was. And you could hear almost as a collective Hyannis Youth Community Center crowd inhale on that one. That would have gone in hard. Now shot from Brian Fry from downtown, and that one's gotten by Cole Coyne again. Barnstable with the offense on full display on this power play, trying to get back on top with 1:06 remaining on the power play. And only about a half minute more than that left in the period. Red Raiders aren't going to be able to keep this in. It's red versus blue here tonight. Will Martone gets it out the center. Now on this further passing, Brian Fry in the left circle, looking for the back door to Chris Cordero. And out of the zone. Barnstable down to its last 35 seconds on this power play. And the puck goes off of the Scituate stick, so this is going to be no icing, and touching it with his stick is the goaltender Coyne. Some contact on the boards. And we got a penalty coming up. And finally, I'm surprised they let the whistle go for that long, but Barnstable player does touch it behind, and a tripping call now coming up. And usually in a situation like that, you don't wait until the player actually touches it. You just blow the whistle, but a few seconds off the clock. Nobody's going to cry about it, I guess. And so 4-on-4 to close out this period, and then it will be a second period power play for Scituate. And this is going to be a shot on goal. Soares makes a save on that offering from Cam Swan. Oh, this pass is a little bit behind Chris Cordero, and eventually makes the recovery. And here are the Red Raiders in offensive ice. Moves made, and then the pass to Cordero from Cooper O'Neill. Cordero turns and fires it off the glass, and it caroms out of the zone. Will Cogswell in his own end will play it to Cooper O'Neill, who gets back. And this will be a pass forward to Fry, who backhands it across the Barnstable logo at center ice. 10 seconds left in the period. It is now actually Scituate going on the power play right now, beg your pardon. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And as the buzzer sounds to signify the end of the first period, Scituate will have 1 minute and 8 seconds of power play time to start the second. This game is tied at 1 after 1 period of play. My sponsorship for tonight's game is going to be Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor, with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Your source for carpet, luxury, vinyl, hardwood, tile, laminate, and more. Visit Carpet Barn, carpet1falmouth.com for more details, or call 508-296-8189. Back in a little bit.
Come see us in the lobby.
Welcome back to the Hyannis Youth Community Center in Hyannis. It's the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Barnstable versus Scituate. And it's a 1-1 score after one period of play. Brian Fry got Barnstable ahead 1-0. The game tied by Nick Spinella for the Scituate Sailors. And this power play for Scituate's going to start off the second period, carrying over from the first, only about a minute of it remaining. And this is their first power play of the game. Scituate now skating from left to right in this second period. Turned along by Matt Finnerty, who got checked. Everybody's settling back in to their seats here at the HYCC. Puck control along the far side for Scituate. Now it's moved to the right point for a shot. That's blocked. Brian Fry got a piece of that one from Nick Spinella, and then it's cleared by Barnstable. I don't think Fry, I don't know how much Fry was trying to do that, but he did. Chris Cordero touched this. It sat there on the blue line. It's going to be played out by Finnerty. And now across the offensive blue line, Gerard Burke. And the power play is down to its last 5 seconds. Burke will rush it to the left point. Broken up. Man's out of the box. Oh, baby. That could have been a 2-1-0. Sam Howell and Brian Fry did not coordinate that optimally. Optimally? Am I using the right word? Yes. Fry was trying to get back. It was Fry that disrupted that and was heading ahead, and then things went astray from there. So we stayed tied at 1. Barnstable does kill off the penalty. Gotten out to neutral. Scituate forced it back in. Barnstable recovers. Will Martone will send it up the near side. And it's a loose puck. Flushed back by Matt Finnerty, and now across by Brendan Boyle. Sent into the Barnstable zone behind the net. Grabbed by the Red Raiders. And this will be a puck flung ahead by Kevin Monahan. And Scituate reverses course and goes back to offense. Passed out in front, bunk back, and then it's going to be a blast. Then Nolan Soares makes the save from Sam Laughlin's shot. Now the other way, it's Dylan Huntington with a man going to the net. Got it to him, but he could not tip that one, was William Jones. This will go back. Kept alive by Monahan. Puck along the near side boards. This is going to be zipped down the ice, and this is going to be, I'm sorry, it's going to be icing. The goaltender for Barnstable is Connor Higgins. I thought it was Soares in the first period. It was Soares in the first. They switched. Okay, so it's Higgins now here in the second. Connor Higgins in net for Barnstable. Nolan Soares started this game. Remaining in net for Scituate, the goaltender, number 29, Kyle Coyne. It's going to go just wide of Higgins, and it's an icing call against Scituate. Take a look at some scores. Canton beats Attleboro tonight 5-1. Brookline 2-2 tie with Newton North. Falmouth leads Barrington 2-1 after one period of play. Penalty coming up. That's in my blind spot. But Barnstable's bench reacted with volume there. Barnstable's going to get its third power play. They're 1 for 2 in this one. An interference call. This is on Evan Ames. And Brian Fry was apparently the player that got some business there, and Fry is being escorted to the... No, he's fine. I thought the trainer was going to take him off. Fry is going to stay on here, and they give a 5-minute major to this man who's been penalized for Scituate, Ames, and then maybe something more because Charles Norton is going in there to serve this penalty along with him. So we may not see Ames for a little bit. 5-minute major for power play. Barnstable could go ahead here and then some. Let me hear the call.
The second period, number 17, Evan Ames. The 5-minute major for hit from behind with a 10-minute disqualification.
5 and 10 for Ames. He gets the call for a check from behind. Will Martone through center. Comes in from red. Cleared by Scituate. Nice contingent of Scituate fans here. You heard them on the Scituate goal in the first period. They're watching to our right, hoping for a big penalty kill here. Couldn't really see the penalty, but Scituate's hoping it doesn't cost them here. Cleared from shallow in his own zone by Matt Belsan. Brian Fry out on the ice. Backhands one. Thought it was going to go out, but instead it's a shot on goal and a save for Higgins on that offering from Nick Spinella. Now Chris Cordero will be the first one in. He'll go back, and he'll give it on. Here comes a shot. The save is made by Coyne. That hard one from Sam Howell. And the puck's out of play. The power play has gone on now for about a minute and a half. Sandwich leads Nauset 4-1 at the end of 2 periods. Face-off win for Barnstable. Spinning. Howell. He still has it. Sam Howell delivers it down to the corner. And it's going to try and walk along with it. Pickpocketed and cleared by Chris Sullivan. It's William Jones just trying to do something. And Scituate's looking good on the penalty kill. It was sent into the Barnstable end by Christian Donahue. And Barnstable can't get past the red line before it was played by a Scituate player, and there's a big hit on the near side, and a penalty coming up now. Let's see who this is on. It's on Scituate. 5-on-3 coming up. Dan McGillicuddy on the boarding call. It's another rough one for Scituate. It's going to be a full 2 minutes A 5-on-3 opportunity, and then 39 seconds after that of the original 5-minute major. So this is going to be credited as the 4th power play for Barnstable.
Sailors currently at 5:33 of the second period. Number 8, Charles Walton, a 5-minute major for Berlin.
Oh man, another one. No kidding. This is bad news for Scituate. Bad news for Scituate. Here's Barnstable on a 5-on-3 aided by 2 5-minute majors. Ryan Fry fanned on it in the slot, cleared by Chris Sullivan. What's the only thing worse than 1 5-minute major to kill off? How about 2? Barnstable, they're going to take it and see if they can make the most of it. Dylan Huntington, yes! Power play goal, Barnstable up 2-1. Both of the Red Raider goals in this one have been power play tallies. Barnstable says we can do this all day. Still got the 5-on-3 for a while. Brian Fry passes in front. Chris Cordero, shot, no. And there was maybe one more shot in front. Chris Cordero thought maybe he could have shot that. He's going to turn back and spin and shoot. Save made by Coyne. I don't know how he saw that. There was plenty of traffic in front, but he did get it. Cole Coyne with the save there. Stays 2-1 in favor of Barnstable. Update on that Nauset Sandwich game. Nauset has scored to make it 4-2. Sandwich leads. And Falmouth with a 3-1 lead on Barrington. That's an updated score. This is a 5-on-3 power play in continuation for Barnstable. Brian Fry past Dylan Huntington. That gets the mask of Coyne. Wraparound try. Cordero, no. And now he's going to get the puck back. Gives it to Huntington. Hops over his stick. Fry's out of the zone, but the puck stays in. No pass to the goal line. That means it's going to be onside play. Fry. Pass. Cordero. Shot off glass. And Fry with the effort to keep it in, unsuccessful. And this Scituate team, how long have those 3 guys stayed out there? They need a change in a big way. They're going to get it with a whistle blowing. What's the whistle for, though? They're delayed offside there, but I don't think there should have been a whistle there. And they're going to face off in neutral ice. And blow the whistle on a team not getting the message for an offside, but that was pretty quick. All right, so this power play continues for the Red Raiders. This will be a cycle along, and now it's twisted for Mike Gallagher on the pass from Nicholas Leone. Now on this is Kevin Monahan. Monahan gives it to the near side, shot. And that one was a fan shot, but it was played right out in front, and almost Barnstable made it look like that's exactly how they wanted that one to go. There's Cooper O'Neill giving it out to center, chipped away from Mike Gallagher. Now we're down to the second 5-minute major, cleared down by Scituate. I tell you what, Scituate, they just surrendered the 1 goal in 2 consecutive 5-minute majors. That's pretty good for them. Even if they give up another one, I don't think Like you would say that's not great, but it could be worse. But right now it's just the one, and I would definitely say that's a win. Barnstable's got time, though, to change that. This is brought in. Now holding on to this is O'Neal. I'll give it to Brian Fry. Now Cooper O'Neal. Will he shoot? No, pass. Hoping for the man on the back door, caught by the Scituate player, but Sailors can't clear. O'Neal shot. That one would not go. A little save there from Coyne, the goaltender. Fry fakes his man out. Shoots, got his own man in front. And out from there, Scituate will clear. Blocking that unintentionally was Jack Scipione. Down to the last 5.5 of the second period. My name is Jim McCabe. This is the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week on Twitch via Twitter. Barnstable versus Scituate. This is rushed in by Chris Cordero. Now swung around to the near side. Brian Fry, the left point, pass to the right point. And then Chris Cordero shot. And that's a save made for Coyne. Hard shot that came in from Cordero. Goes through the crease. It's loose. Diving effort to keep this alive. Dylan Huntington scores! On that great effort, Dylan Huntington gets the payout. Another power play goal for Barnstable. They lead 3-1. We'll find out who that was on the assist. On the man that went down there to get it back to Huntington. All 3 Barnstable goals on the power play. Count this as power play opportunity number 6.
With the second period by number 20,
Oh, it's Ryan O'Malley's.
number 19, Jack Scipione.
Thought it was Dylan Huntington. All right, so I think that's wrong. Jack Scipione credited with the assist. We're going to stick with Huntington as the goal scorer there. Will Martone, over, shot, missing from Kevin Monahan. There you go. Another shot comes in. Bouncing around. And Coyne goes down. The last one there from William Jones. A lot of hubbub. We're back to even strength. So out of those 2 5-minute majors, which partially overlapped, Scituate gives up the 2 goals. Back to action here. Blind spot action. Here comes a shot. Score! Sam Howell. Great shot from Howell. 4-1, Barnstable. Great second period here for the Barnstable Red Raiders. Three straight goals scored by Barnstable. Coyne makes the save on the shot from Will Martone and covers up.
Barnstable goes.
3:54 to go in the second, and Barnstable has taken some real control of this one.
Number 13,
Chris Cordero picks up the only assist on that goal from Howell. Icing on Scituate. This game's being brought to you by Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Exclusive carpet brands including Bigelow Stainmaster, Lee's, Tigressa, Resista, Inovia Extreme Clean, Invincible, Rustic River, Hydrotech, Belterra Tile, Laminate for Life, and Voyager Exotic Floors. Scituate fans claiming for some interference, clamoring. Shot doesn't make it on net from Monahan, and it's cleared by Scituate. And Will Martone in his own zone, currently on the backhand, will get it out the center. This will be hurled back through neutral. Martone tries to clear. Scituate forechecks. And the Red Raiders clear. And this will be icing on them. Sam Laughlin goes back for it, down to 2:58 remaining in the second period. The Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week is in the second half of a doubleheader here. It was a 7-1 win for Nantucket over Mashpee Monomoy in the first game. And they resurfaced the ice, and they had a youth hockey practice here at the Kennedy Rink at the HYCC, and now we're back on MIAA hockey. This shot comes in up high on Connor Higgins, and Higgins with the glove to get that one. Poked out. This will be a race. Trying to force the issue there was Colby Pearsall. And the puck was played by the Scituate player into the Barnstable bench. So stoppage in play, and this face-off will come up in the Scituate zone. Eventually we'll do this face-off, but Brendan Boyle's going to get kicked out of there for Scituate, so it will be taken in one by Christian Donahue. It was. And now, just a few seconds later, another whistle has blown. And we get down to 2:24 remaining in the second period. Barnstable with the 4-1 lead. 2 goals from Dylan Huntington and then Sam Howell. Looking for more here. They dominated here. Brian Fry's shot was blocked. Puck is in Howell's equipment there, so they blow the whistle for that. Slow going here to end the second period. We're towards here almost the end of January, so we're 2/3 of the way through the Massachusetts high school hockey season, and then playoffs are coming up, and I think Barnstable's anxious to get going. A good showing last season and wanting to build on the success here this season, and they're on their way in this game here. Another stoppage on play here. Couldn't see what happened in the blind spot. Exactly 100 seconds remaining in the second period. Connor Higgins in net for Barnstable. Hasn't been very busy at all here in the second. There's Nolan Soares that started for Barnstable. A penalty's been called here on Scituate. Sorry, I missed that. Who was that on? It was on number 18. And that is Mike Ryan. So this is the 6th power play opportunity for Barnstable. I said 6 before. I think I had that wrong. I think this is number 6. Brian Fry, Dylan Huntington gives it over, and Will Martone will give it to Chris Cordero. Cordero, wrists. Save is made by the Scituate goaltender, and now it's going to be cleared. Cole Coyne, rather. He has been busy for Scituate, especially here in this second period. Lots of power play time for Barnstable has made it that way. We are in our last minute of play in this second. Cordero penetrated, but then it was cleared by Gerard Burke. This is brought in offside. Offside with 39.3 seconds left in the second period. If the Red Raiders can't score on this power play, they'll have a little bit of time to carry over to the third, but really not much. Goes behind the Scituate net. The student section gets loud. Pass on to the back for the shot. It goes in! I think that's going to be William Jones on the shot from Will Cogswell. A 4th power play goal for Barnstable. Let's give it to Jones. And it's 5-1. And that is how the second period ends, with one more tally for Barnstable. The power play has been great for the Red Raiders here in this one. And they lead Scituate 5-1 after 2 periods of play. Well, Scituate's going to have a lot of work to do, but Barnstable, they could play shutdown third period and get out of here with a win out of their own home rink on this Wednesday night edition of the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. I'll be back. Welcome back, everybody, to the Hyannis Youth and Community Center for this Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week. It is Barnstable against Scituate, and it's a 5-1 lead for Barnstable after 2 periods of play. 4 of the 5 goals scored by Barnstable on the power play. The only one not power play goal was Sam Howell. Everybody else, power play goals from Brian Fry, Dylan Huntington with 2, and William Jones. Scituate's 1 goal in this game was scored by Nick Spinella. That got it tied at 1 in the first period. After 1 period of play, we were tied. And then Barnstable with 4 goals in the second. So it's looking good here for Barnstable in this one. As just 15 minutes remaining in this game, and protecting the 4-goal lead over rival Scituate. These 2 teams have played tough against one another over the years. Barnstable, let's give you the updated totals. Huntington now with 5 goals. Based on what we have for stats online. Howell credited now with his 2nd. Jones with his 6th. And Fry with his 10th. That's what we have stats online. And this 3rd period starts off with a power play for Barnstable, but it's very short-lived. Kept in just on the line by Brian Fry. Chris Cordero is going to pass, and then there's the backdoor catching by Howell. He wants to do something. The net's off. That gets the stoppage. We're 90 seconds into this period. Barnstable beat Billerica 4-2 a couple of nights ago. Now, you may know that there was some controversy there. Scituate playing the game under protest because of a goal they said shouldn't have been allowed for Barnstable that was allowed. So I guess we'll you don't see that too often. I guess we'll keep track of that. Unofficially, I suppose, is what you would say. Barnstable with the 4-2 win. Now for Scituate, this is Christian Donahue, and it's going to go back for a shot. This goes in. Are we going to wave this off? Looked like the players slid in and almost soccer tackled that in. I think they're going to call this a goal. I don't know who gets this. I'll have to wait and see. They do call this a goal for Scituate, and they've got 1 back. It's 5-2 on the shot that came in and hung around. That puck did. And Scituate cleans up the mess. Let's get the official call here on who this might be on.
Scituate goal scored 53 seconds of the 3rd period.
Christian Donahue is the one that gets the goal. And 1 assist on that one. I thought they said Matt Finnerty. So again, the goal to Donahue. And that gives Scituate a little bit of momentum here, but they're still down 3. Barnstable's changing. Into neutral. Sent wide of the net by Ben Whitman. This one comes in. Connor Higgins, who has played 2/3 of this game, or will play 2/3 of this game if he stays in net for this one, making that save. This is kept in by Nick Spinella, and he'll just send it deep on the forecheck here. Henry Weichert for Scituate. Hanging down there watching things, the fans in the Barnstable student section, the tribe as they call them. Now the Red Raiders will go the other way. An offensive physical check there. 19 on 5 hitting Nick Spinella was Jack Scipione. And Scituate with a pass to get the puck out. And this will be chopped ahead by Ryan Flynn, turning his Martone in his own zone for Barnstable to play the puck out. Went back to the D line of Scituate before he played out. Now Chris Cordero's in for Barnstable. Shot off the mask of Coyne, the goaltender. And now sent out in front, and Scituate's got a 2-on-2 with Fry getting back to make it a 2-on-3. Sent out and across to the far side. More pressure here from Scituate. There's a man in front of the net. Is the puck going to go to him? Yeah, but then it was Cordero running into that man Finnerty. Scituate's not quite done yet here, and the shot comes in from Nick Spinella. Touched in front now. A stoppage here for what? Barnstable getting a penalty here. This is on Cooper O'Neill. Puts Scituate on the power play for the second time. Slashing the call against O'Neill. This is cleared down the ice by Barnstable. Matt Finnerty will turn it back. Scituate, they score here. They're in some serious business. Oh, but watch out. Brian Fry said, I could do the shorthanded thing, and the good save was made there by Cole Coyne. Ready for that one. The power play's goes so good for Barnstable. Maybe they could get in a shorthanded one as well. So far, just effective penalty killing on this Scituate man advantage. This hard puck out for Spinella, who gets it out to neutral. And then passed further ahead by Cam Swan. Now number 13, Donahue, will take it deep for Scituate. Donahue will continue into the near corner, evading the check attempt of Kevin Monahan. Now out for the one-timer, Spinella, and that looked like it deflected off Donahue before going just a little bit wide of the Barnstable net. Man comes out in front, shoots. That is Burke, Gerard Burke, the save made by Connor Higgins. (5-2) Barnstable leads. Scituate has gotten one back on the score from Christian Donahue, and they've got this power play, which there's still a lot of time left. Puck goes way up and out. Off this face-off, an attempt to shoot that on net didn't go from Chris Sullivan. Now it's Brendan Boyle giving and getting, but Will Martone took care of that and cleared down the ice by Martone. Spinella plays it away from pressure for Scituate. Grabbing this, holding on is Henry Weichert. Great job by Jack Scipione on this penalty kill effort. And out to neutral. Now this is going to be ran in by Scituate's Weichert, but couldn't advance on for a shot attempt. Open ice check on the Dylan McDonald. No call forthcoming on Barnstable. And makes the Scituate contingent a little angrier. Collision, Dylan Huntington and his own man, Will Martone. Dashed off the stick of Brendan Boyle. Scituate controls and dumped into the Barnstable zone. Looked like a little bit of a hook there that Scituate may have gotten away with. Rifled back into the Scituate zone by the man heading off for the change. That's Monahan. 8.5 minutes to go in the third period. Off of the glass and down into the Scituate zone. This is icing on Barnstable. My name is Jim McCabe. This is the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week on Twitch via Twitter. This is Wednesday, January 29th. Schedule not 100% about tomorrow. I might be traveling to call Nantucket's game. I got to see what I'm going to be able to do tomorrow. But I am going to be on Saturday for the Canal Cup. Very excited about that. I hope you'll tune in for that. Sandwich against Bourne. Expecting a packed house in Bourne. And Chris Cordero hops around. Oh boy! Chris Cordero! Incineration! What an effort! Barnstable back to a 4-goal lead at 6-2. Pass ahead to Garrett Dunn. Dunn to the near side. Cooper O'Neill tried to do something with it. Now Barnstable keeps us alive. It is passed out in front. Trying to connect Joe Longiel to Garrett Dunn. That didn't work out. This pass was read well by O'Neill to spike it away. Mike Ryan trying to start up for Scituate. Couldn't get it into Barnstable ice. Here's the Scituate player who's going to shoot that one blocked. Dylan McDonald's offering. Raced back out the center by Barnstable. Dumped in by Colby Pearsall. Now Scituate's going to get called for icing. Down to 6:44 in the third. Sponsorship for tonight, Carpet Barn, Carpet One Floor and Home. The one store for your perfect floor with 3 convenient locations in Falmouth, Mashpee, and Hyannis. Check out exclusive warranty options up to the life of the installation to cover any possible soils or stains. Carpet Barn, Carpet One offers a healthier living flooring installation system. First antimicrobial flooring installation system to keep allergens, dust, mildew, and mold away. Visit Carpet Barn, carpet1falmouth.com or call 508-296-8189. 6.5 to go in the third period. And trying to step ahead there for a shot. Unsuccessful was Brendan Boyle. 3-on-2, Barnstable. Players are getting back. This is slow developing. It was Martone getting it in front of Dylan Huntington to try to get it further along. And that chance didn't work out for Barnstable. Now Scituate player goes down, and we got a holding call coming up against Barnstable. I believe this call is on them, and it's Dylan Huntington who will sit. This is the third power play for Scituate. They're 0 for 2. It's a delay of game on Barnstable there. Urged to come out and play is the goaltender Coin for Scituate. Ryan Fry is able to get to this in the circle, but then taken back from him. Swinging back behind his net and coming out in front and passing it ahead is Henry Weichert. The puck sent to Nick Spinella near side. Scituate has trouble getting in before Barnstable clears. 5.5 to go in the third, and it's a big lead for Barnstable. Shot. Deflects. In. Put in on the follow-up by Sam Howell. Monahan from the point will get the assist, or should, and Howell's got his second. 7-2. That is a shorthanded goal for Barnstable. Scituate's still got about a minute of power play time left. Monahan picks up the only assist on that goal. Bad time here for Scituate tonight. The special teams have really done them in. They're down by Barnstable. Puck still in the Scituate zone. Stoppage play here with 4:07 to go in the third. 2-goal games for Dylan Huntington and Sam Howell. They have led the way for this Barnstable team here tonight. Face-off win for Scituate, flush to the near side. And shot missing from Henry Weichert. Weichert played it along, back into the possession of Barnstable. They can't clear yet. Now it is out, poked out, and this turns into a 2-on-1. And it's gonna, actually there's a third man in who got the shots off. 2 of them in a row there, saves were made. The efforts there from Casey White. And saves were made by Coyle. Now down to the last 3 minutes and change of the third period. Barnstable's got this one in the bag. They scored the last 2 goals since Scituate made it 5-2. Penalty coming up. Holding call against Scituate. Barnstable player going as well. Joe Longeal. And the penalized player for Scituate is Matt Finnerty. Barnstable's schedule coming up. They are on Saturday night here at the Kennedy Rink. They're going to be playing Coyle and Cassidy. That's at 7:50 p.m. Good luck to them in that game. Next game against the Cape Cod opponent. It's going to be on Nauset. That'll be on February 5th. And Falmouth on February 8th. I won't be on for that one at this point in time unless there's a schedule change. It happened last year, actually. I wasn't anticipating I was going to do the one in Falmouth, but then the schedule changed and presto. So we'll see how things go. My Twitter handle is Jim_McCabe_40, MCC Abe like Abe Lincoln. This is Twitch via Twitter. And this is cleared down the ice. Surprisingly, has been pretty good, actually, how we started out here tonight. I didn't even think I was going to be able to do this game live, but Wi-Fi signal's been okay. I am pleased to report. Thanks for bearing with me on the slow start to get on the air here tonight. Down to the last 100 seconds of the game. Game winner, if this score holds up, is going to go to Dylan Huntington. Icing on Scituate. 4 power play goals for the Barnstable Red Raiders here tonight. 1 shorthanded goal. Scituate's next game is going to be versus Pembroke. That's at Habermock Arena. That'll be on Saturday afternoon at 3:10. Sent out a play by Cooper O'Neill. Everybody flinched down there in the students section. A couple gets a little more startled than others. Ken Huntington with the game winner if the score holds. 2 goals for him, 2 for Sam Howell. Brian Fry, William Jones, Chris Cordero also with goals. And the Barnstable Red Raiders now going to be on a 2-game win streak. They lost 1-0 to Marshfield, but now they are back on the winning track, and they're going to look to continue it on here this upcoming weekend. Half minute to go in the game. Sent in by Mike Gallagher. 20 seconds left. Might get down to the end of this one here without another whistle. 10 seconds left. Puck in the Barnstable zone. Barnstable Red Raiders come up with a big one here tonight. A 7-2 final from the Hyannis Youth Community Center. Beating down Scituate, no problems here tonight. After Scituate got the game tied at 1, Barnstable reeled them off in the second period and never looked back. Thanks so much for being with us for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. My name is Jim McCabe saying so long for now. Once again, the final score is 7-2. Barnstable beats Scituate, and Nantucket over the Mashpee Monomoy by a score just a little bit ago. I'm trying to remember it. Caught myself here. They Nantucket, did they put up 7 goals as well? 7-1 was the final over Mashpee Monomoy, so almost the same score as this one. All right, that's it. We'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye for now.